What is up? Today I want to talk about the cut. 2 weeks ago, I started dieting back down, and I started at let me pull up the exact number real quick. Weigh-ins. Started at 214.1. That was the exact weigh, and that was on December 29th. And today I weighed in, and we are sitting at a very pretty little 206.8. Fluctuation happens. That's actually on the lowest I've been. 2 days ago, I was 209.2. So I expect that to fluctuate back up sometime this week. But as long as those fluctuations trend downward, we coolin'. All right, that's all that matters, really. The goal is 170 by, when's the date? Just off the top of my head, I want to say it's the end of May. I know that's aggressive, and the reason I said it for such is because if I reach, like, let's say I get down under 180 and I like it, I can cut it off and stay there early. 175 even. It just allows me to be able to get down lower quicker and not risk getting to the deadline and thinking, oh, I could have lost a little more, or I'm not happy with where I'm at. It just lets me be able to cut it off early if I so choose. Currently, my allowance of calories is 2,664, and that's on my regular days. I do have 2 high days, that's Friday and Saturday, and that's 2,930. Current protein is 239. That's pretty high, but I eat high protein anyway, so it's really easy for me to get. Fat is 87 on my low days and 101 on my high days. I tend to eat low fat anyway, so there's no struggle staying under that. And carbs is 229 on my low days and 265 on the high. We're really early on in the cut, so I can eat just about anything I want to. Anything within reason, of course. I can't go out and eat a bunch of Wendy's. Not that I would want to, but eating clean. If I eat clean, then I'm sitting pretty. I had somebody comment on a video from last week saying how I need to start doing um like poses and showing the pump after the workout. And I agree. So after today's workout, I will go to the little pose room and take y'all with me and show y'all that. That brings me to my second point, which is if you want something, if you want me to do something, if you have any questions, comment. I read every single one of them. I react to every single one of them. And I will, if you have an idea of something, I will absolutely consider it. And if I like it, it's going to be in the next video. I love interacting with y'all. Bit of a little side thing here, and then we'll get some breakfast. If you haven't noticed already, the bed is unmade. I kind of bled a little bit last night and the night before and the night before. No, I'm not on my period. I am a dude. I wiped out on my skateboard. I don't know if you can see that. I got scrapes all right there, and there's a nice little hole in my leg. I was on a sidewalk, and the slabs were uneven, and I had been riding down where they were uneven, so it was going down a little bit, and then down a little bit, and down a little bit, and all of a sudden there was one that was up, and it was up just enough to where the wheels couldn't get over it. And the board stopped, and I did not, and then concrete, and it hurted. I said not nice things. But while we're on the subject of skateboard, I might as well show y'all the board. She's so pretty. Oh, I love her. She rides so smooth, and she turns good. Oh, how about it? I got this for Got this for Christmas. And it's not a pre-made board, it's all separate pieces. I had to make it myself. So it's good. It's all made with love. It's amazing. I'll show y'all the first one I had. Size difference is ridiculous. This is the first one. A friend of mine gave me this, and I hadn't touched it for like 2 years. And then a few months ago, I was bored, and I was like, I have a skateboard under my bed. So I went outside and I started learning to ride. Oh, I've been putting stickers on this one. She's tiny, and she's bowed. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. It's bowed to death, so it would turn. You're just riding straight. It's going to turn off to the right. Talk about aggravating. It was a little weird because I would place my foot differently on the board to adjust for that turn, so I could actually ride straight and get in on the new board, and it not having that bow in it and not having to do that, I had to relearn where to automatically put my foot on the board. Well, this has been a fun little yap sesh, but I'm about to starve, so let's go get a little bit of breakfast. I started the day off with some eggs and ham and say hi to Amos, and you better be nice. While I was eating breakfast, I sat down and started reading this book, and I wanted to take a moment to speak on something I read. Let me find it really quick. This is The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. I'm not far into it. I'm just in the first chapter, so I don't know everything that's gonna play out in it. But it says here, resistance has no strength on its own. Every ounce of juice it possesses comes from us. We feed it with the power by fear of it. Master the fear, and we conquer resistance. And basically, what that's saying is like, if you have any drive to do anything creative, and you are always like, I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't have a means to do it, or anything's holding you back, that's the resistance. And once you conquer the fear of whatever it is you want to do, you realize it's not that bad. I was terrified of speaking to a camera and recording myself and putting it out there for everybody to see. And now I'm doing it. It's just something I do. I believe that me doing this will change my life, and I'm really excited to see where this takes me. And if you have any drive to do it, but you're scared, just do it. And if you really are struggling, I highly recommend picking up the book because it says a lot of cool stuff. And I also like to read, just at all, everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was gonna say this. I wanted to say this before we went to the gym. It's chest day. How fun. Um, yeah, I'm gonna eat something really quick. This is last y'all saw me was like 10 o'clock. It's 1:15 now, 1:16. I'll eat something real quick, and then we'll get to the gym. I'll see y'all in there. Pre-workout meal is protein yogurt and rice checks, and then I had the best bucked up drink there is. I started with a heavy incline Smith press. I was working between 5 to 8 reps mentally. That's what I had set. I ended up getting 7 here, which is completely fine. I was happy with that. I would have liked to got 8, obviously. I did go to complete failure, so we coolin'. In my opinion, the key to really feeling a muscle work is being stable and isolating, and the Smith machine does that perfectly. That's why I use it so much. I low-key almost died here. Thankfully, somebody was off camera to make sure I got it. The next workout is a dumbbell fly on a slight incline. I'd normally go a little bit heavier, but also normally I would start with a fly instead of a press. So because I did a heavy press, I wasn't near as able to do as heavy as I normally would on a fly. Normally I'd be working with like 75s. This is 60s. After this, I picked up some lighter weight and flew that too because I didn't want to be done. Flies of any kind, dumbbell or machine, they're number one on my list for chest movements. The stretch you get at the bottom and the squeeze you can get at the top, especially on a machine, is ridiculous to me. I love it. The squeeze is going to be better on a machine just because of how gravity's working. But dumbbell, the stretch is ridiculous. And I've recently done really heavy on them. And the heavier I go, the more fun it is. The final chest exercise of the day is a low pec fly, and you'll best believe the vibe. It's always Sabrina. Gotta love some Sabrina. If you've never tried this workout, I highly recommend it. The stretch and squeeze on this is ridiculous. It's like doing a most muscular pose, but under a load. You get to just squeeze it hard through that lower chest. And the pump after is always insane. It never fails. There's a reason it's been in every single one of my chest days since I figured this one out. The vibes are immaculate and it feels amazing every time. The first bit of tricep work is a cable push down. You can't go wrong. I see people mess it up all the time by letting that elbow swing forward. It's taking tension off the tricep. You can't let that happen. I like to work 8 to 12 reps here. I did do like 10 in the squeeze, so we got close. Another thing I hate to see is people doing that science-based push down where they strap in and all that. Just do it right. Just do it right. The last exercise of the day is an overhead extension. This is another one I see people mess up a lot. They want to stand up and do it when you could just sit down and be a lot more stable and really focus on the tricep. If you're standing up, you're a lot more likely to start swinging with it and try and use your body to get the momentum through the workout. Sit down on a seat, on a bench, whatever you have, and stabilize. I like to shoot for 8 to 12 reps on this. I did do 2 sets. We ended up getting 9 and a good squeeze, and it was complete failure. So, fantastic. This will be my last comment on the whole science-based thing. Why change what's gotten people big for decades? I understand trying to optimize, but in the end, nothing will beat hard work. It's pose down time. I think the reason I've been holding off on this for so long is because I keep comparing myself to guys who are 23, 24 and juiced up, and I'm 19 and natural, and also we're early on the cut, so I'm not about to be like stupid ripped just yet. We will get there though. It's hard being on social media and seeing people look how you want to look and knowing you don't look that way and still putting yourself out there for people to see you. Just like I talked about earlier and just like that book mentions, that's that resistance talking. You got to stop being scared. You got to stop fearing whatever the stupid thing is that you fear and just do it. So, pose down. Putting myself out there. It's only fair though. I mean, what's a cut journey if we don't get to come back and look in a few months and see, oh, I weighed this and I look like this, and now I'm stupid diced and here it is summer and I weigh 20 pounds less. What a lift. It's a good 30, 40 minutes later and the pump's still pumping. I was thinking about adding a little bit of cardio there at the end, but I decided against it because I am about to starve. I will, however, be doing cardio in the morning. I have back in the morning at like 6 o'clock, so I'll have plenty of time to do cardio after. And I'll be fasted, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping that pose down went well. I haven't looked at it yet. Obviously, I'll see it while editing this. I did see some abs, just the top 4 though. That's expected. I don't expect a full 6-pack at 206 right now. Once we get down close to like 195, 190, we'll see that pretty nice. And then here went the dog. Sub 190, 185. That's when stuff gets crispy. I had lat veins at that point this past year. I'm hoping to get some ab veins at some point. That's the goal. Anyway, I'm about to go inside and find something to eat. Obviously, it's going to be high protein. You'll see that in probably like the next 10 seconds. It's going to be a good 20 minutes for me. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a bit. Post-workout meal was cottage cheese, cashews, and some diced up ham. For supper was this ridiculously high-protein Mediterranean dish Mama made. And then I had plain old rice checks and almond milk. What is up? I'm going to try and make this quick because it's about 10 o'clock. And I got to be up at 5. I'm going to the gym to hit back early in the morning with my Pookie. How exciting. I feel like I always sound sarcastic when I say that. I promise I'm not being sarcastic. I'm genuinely excited. Today was a great day of eating. I finished the day out at 2,381 calories consumed out of the 2,664. So we are in a deficit. I consumed 241 grams of protein out of the 239 required. So we are over. On fat, I got 72 grams out of the 87 allowed. And on carbs, I did 206 out of the 229. So fantastic day. It's not dead on what I could be consuming, but it's all under except for the protein. So that's great. All of the calories and macros for each meal will be on screen. I'm going to try and do that. Not try. I'm going to do that every video just so it's really easy for y'all to see what I'm eating, how much I'm eating per meal. That last bit of food y'all saw was rice checks and almond milk. And the almond milk, after pouring it onto the rice checks, I discovered that it was it went out in November, but it didn't smell. There was no chunkies, and it didn't taste weird. So it's probably fine. But if this is my last upload, take the digital warning and don't ever consume almond milk past the date, because it'll kill you. It might. It will if this is my last upload. Being the time that it is, I'm about to pass out. I'll see y'all Wednesday. You'll see me either tomorrow afternoon, which will be Tuesday afternoon, or Wednesday morning, depending on when this video gets done being edited. I'm going to try and do it tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. We'll see. I should be able to get it out pretty quick, just because I like to keep the editing pretty simple. And it's not very difficult to begin with anyway. No matter when this comes out, the next recording will be on Wednesday, and I'm thinking about switching that up because normally I would do chest on Monday, back Tuesday, shoulders Wednesday, legs Thursday, and then chest again on Friday. But for the sake of keeping y'all entertained, because every week I'm going to try and record on Monday and Wednesday. And for the sake of switching it up and y'all not having to watch chest and shoulders and chest and shoulders and chest and shoulders every week, I think I will switch it up. So either this week or next week. If it's this week, then I'll do legs on Wednesday and shoulders on Thursday and, swap that so y'all can see legs. Or I'll switch it completely next week and do back on Monday, chest on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, and then I could do shoulders Thursday, chest Friday again. Because shoulders shouldn't really affect my chest day. It might a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that is it for the day. I'm about to get some snoozies, and I will see y'all later this week. I love y'all. Hit like, subscribe, comment. I always respond. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'll get back to you very quickly, usually, because I have it on my phone. Yeah. I'll see y'all. Deuces.